not what you can't do, it's what you can do. And the blind boys have been can doing all this time.
Oh, I love that. I got to write that down. I love it.
Leave them in the ashes.
For an audio description version, courtesy of Scribely, click the link in the description.
Hey everyone, and welcome to The Offbeat. It is me, Lachi. I am a Black girl, going blind, just trying to stay fab. I'm here to motivate and educate. And if you like what I'm spitting, please hit that subscribe button. And hell, hit the bell. Today, we're going to be speaking with the Blind Boys of Alabama. I'm so excited. I'm all about trying to have more representation in the music community, especially in the Grammys. And these blind boys already won 5. What if I say, hey, would you like to hear one of my songs? And they go, no, this is supposed to be a professional interview. Before we get into it, a huge thank you to Elegant Insights. You can find them in the description. Let me get it right in the camera. You see that? Conceive, believe, achieve. That's Elegant Insights. They are one of my favorite brands. Definitely check them out. I love how they make Braille sexy. They make me sexy because I'm wearing their brand. So enough about me. Let's talk to the Blind Boys of Alabama and see if I can sneak them one of my demos. Today I am here with a couple of idols of mine from the Blind Boys of Alabama. Hi, how are you doing today, guys?
Well, I'm doing great.
Pretty good. How are you?
Doing amazing. I'm actually really excited to be speaking to you today because the first concert I actually attempted to go to was your concert. But when I tried to go, it was sold out. So that didn't work out. But I'm really excited to be speaking with the two of you today. We have Jimmy and Ricky here from the group. Man, y'all been going since 1938, and y'all are still going strong. Y'all toured even last year. In fact, I know that y'all were actually on tour when the pandemic hit, right? You were out in where? Australia or something of that nature. Tell me about how it's been.
Australia and New Zealand. Yeah.
How was it when, the pandemic hit and you just had to keep kind of going and doing what you got to do?
In Australia, we had just left there on our way back home when we found out what was going on. It didn't hit us until we got back here.
There's something that I kind of was thinking about that I actually wanted to ask you, Jimmy. I know that you went to the school for the blind when you were younger. I think it was Negroes for the Blind, right?
Around Institute for Negro, Deaf and Blind. That's correct.
How was it just being in, I guess, a segregated school specifically for the disability? Now, I know we've talked about segregation in general ad nauseum, but I'm just curious about that cross marginalization, about segregation based as well on your disability. Like, how was that, and how has society sort of made things a little different in that way, if you kind of get what I'm saying here?
When I was up there, I was only 7 years old. As far as, what segregation really meant, I didn't know anything about it because, I was surrounded by, we are the only school that I know of that didn't have Black teachers. We had Black everything except personnel.
That's interesting because, I also noticed that the Blind Boys of Alabama as a group didn't actually start singing Black music until much later. Is that true? Or
now hold it now. Blind Boys of Alabama, we are a traditional gospel group. We started out singing traditional gospel.
Okay, I have been following Blind Boys of Alabama for a while, and I know that there have been different iterations. Some folks have come and gone, but you've still, as an entity and a group, continue to trailblaze, winning Grammy after Grammy, getting in Hall of Fames. I want to ask you, Ricky, how is it just being a trailblazer internally? What does that do for you? I mean, just to be the change.
Well, to be a part of the Blind Boys of Alabama, it means a lot to me, knowing them for a long time, but to be able to let people know that it's not about what you can't do that's important. It's about what you do. The Blind Boys have been able to go all over the world talking about God and playing traditional gospel music. We went from the Black church to the white church, from the white church to the White House. And the thing was that the Blind Boys have always been the kind of group that were always doing something. The Blind Boys have never been a handicapped group. To be handicapped is one thing, but to have a disability is another. Everybody has a disability. Everybody has limitations. So it's just been good to let people know that you can make it if you try.
I love that. Just really quickly, just like for my own edification. So I myself am a recording artist and I have run into certain barriers because I am African American, and then also separate barriers because I'm blind. What barriers have you faced with, but that you kind of was like, you know what, I see this or I recognize this, but this is not going to stop me?
I didn't have that, man. See, you have to understand, in order to be in this business that we're in, you have to be dedicated. If you're not dedicated, then don't even start because you're gonna have setbacks. But that's all in it. That's all in the territory. You have to, press on, press on, press on.
A lot of people don't really realize that. Like, we'll get in our heads and we'll be like,
No, you can't have that attitude. You have to say, I can do it. As Ricky said, you can. It's not what you can't do, it's what you can do. And the blind boys have been can doing all this time.
Oh, I love that. I got to write that down. I love it. You know, it's so crazy because the thing that gets me about the Blind Boys of Alabama is that y'all just keep on going.
People ask us the question, you've been together all these years and still going strong. What is it? What do you have? You know, we've been doing this now all our lives. And so this is what keeps us going because we love what we're doing.
I was about to ask you, I was like, is there a secret serum that I need to take so that I can just be going on and on forever like you?
Yeah. When you step out on that stage and hear those people buzzing all around you, waiting on you, waiting for you to step out,
right?
That will be a reward that you'll never forget.
I have a question for you, Rick. I am going blind, so I'm not totally blind yet. And a lot of folks that have reached out to me are in that kind of situation. And I know that you went blind later in life. Tell me about your journey going from having vision to no vision and how that has impacted just your life and your inclusion in the Blind Boys, just that whole journey.
Right. Like you said, I've been on the Blind Boys practically all my life. When I met them, I was traveling with another group, but I was able to interact with the Blind Boys. And when I came into the Blind Boys organization, I had lost my sight in 1975. And when they hired me as the drummer for the Blind Boys.
Okay.
So I played drums for the Blind Boys for a while, and then the manager passed away. So I stepped in, I managed the group for 3 years. Then we met Charles Drevey and we hired him, Blind Ambition, for our management team. But as time went on, one of the group members passed away, Bishop Billy Bowles, he passed away. So Jimmy gave me an opportunity to get off the drums and come up front and sing and sit beside him on the front line. But the main thing that I've realized about being blind, one thing that you have to understand is that sometimes you're not going to be the choice. But just because you're not the choice, that doesn't mean you don't have the ability. I've always been a dreamer. Right. And I realized that if you can dream the dream, do the work, and then keep the faith, things do work out.
I love it, because a lot of times we think that we take the barriers or we take the obstacles that we have and we say to ourselves, oh, because of this, we can't do it. But at the end of the day, we make our own opportunities. And so all you have to do is just have the faith. So I really love that. The last thing that I watched you all perform on was a Grammy performance that you put together. Tell me a little bit about that. I mean, when I watch you perform, there is just a spiritual energy that I can feel just watching it that comes over the group. I'm uplifted just watching. So I can only imagine the energy and the spirit that's happening while you're doing it together, just really making bells ring.
Well, we feel like we are a family. So when you're tied together like that, it just goes that way. And every time I have a chance to do it, it just makes me feel so humble and so honored that God would choose us to do this. So this is, even though now my old vocal cords are almost used up.
No, you still good. You still good.
I still love what I do, and with Ricky beside me, we're gonna go on until we can.
I love it. And I could feel the love, like just between the two of you, let alone the entire group. It is very real. So What is next?
We're going to be outside free show in Austin, Texas. So check us out. Go to blindboy.com.
So that's on Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday. Right? Yeah, you go to blindboy.com. You can find out more about it. But for everybody that's watching this program, don't forget to live stream it. We're going to be live streaming our show, and you'll be able to see the Blind Boys do what we do and see Jimmy Carter when he's doing his thing, and I'll be sitting next to him. So every once in a while, we're going to wave at you so you know.
They are going to be all over the place, but they will be live streaming it also. And like Ricky said, they're going to give you a wave. And if you ain't watching it, they're going to know. So this has been such an honor. Like I said, I've been a Blind Boys fan. The first concert I ever went to and couldn't go to was y'all's because it was sold out. And just really, really excited to speak with y'all. I'm a Grammy member, and one of the things that I'm fighting for is more representation of folks with disabilities in the Grammys and in music in general. But it's so funny because, I mean, y'all just out here with 5 Grammys. So I love that, and it really warms my heart to be able to speak with y'all today. Thank you guys so much. I know that y'all are busy. I know y'all got stuff to do, so I don't want to keep y'all too long.
I ain't got nothing to do. I got all the time you need.
That's pretty much it. Like, I don't know. Other than that, I'm trying to stay professional because, like, I'm like an actual fan. So I'm trying to stay professional and not be like, so why don't you tell me more?
Why don't you send us some of your music? We want to hear you. So why don't you send some of your music to the Blind Boys of Alabama? We want to hear from you.
Arthur, you better have written that down. Oh, we got this on record.
Do you? You gotta write one gospel song and give it to the Blind Boys of Alabama.
I'm totally down. Don't even play with me. Like, if y'all say write a gospel song, if the Blind Boys of Alabama tells me to write a gospel song, you know I'm writing a gospel song.
No, we're telling you now.
That is happening, like dead ass. I mean, I know we're all kind of joking here, but I would totally love to stay in contact, as stay connected, and possibly do something, like, for real.
We're looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for popping through.
Well, thank you for having us.
Right, and we want to let you know, everybody that's watching this program today, one thing that we say, Jimmy and myself, our motto is, we might have lost our sight, but we haven't lost our direction. So don't miss it when the boys are back in town.
Oh my God, we're so gonna just close on that. All right, we had some gem droppers today with the Blind Boys of Alabama. I fangirled out and I got to pass them my demo. So Lachi about to blow up out here. The warmest and largest of thank yous to the Blind Boys for sitting down with me and just let me soak in all the glory. Thank you, ladies, gentlemen, and all for sticking with it to the end of this episode. Hit that subscribe button to go on this journey with me. A black girl going blind, just trying to stay fab. We got a lot more to come, so stick around.